Okay, let's start on this side today.
Why?
I didn't think I was going to be starting recording, so I didn't check out what day it is. But it's Friday. So, Friday, July something. Yeah. I actually did make a recording on Wednesday, but I reviewed it and I actually didn't like the way that it turned out. So I'm just making another one. So we had a little bit of a catastrophe here. Dante, don't be putting the dirt on top of the vines. My sister is clearing out a portion of the backyard, and she's been depositing the dirt in this area before it was inclined, dented. So there was no problem with that, but now, especially since the vines have gotten a little bit bigger, it's starting to interfere with the vine growth, so I'm going to have to ask to have the deposit area be moved someplace else in the backyard. I believe this one is a strawberry. Doesn't look like it'll be opening tomorrow, but maybe the day after tomorrow. And then there was another one right here that got mutilated because of the activity. I'm pretty sure those holes there are because of the wheelbarrow wheels also. So this one still only have 2 producers. This sweet fall over here, and it's actually gotten a lot bigger than I thought it would. Well, maybe not a lot bigger than I thought it would, but a little bit bigger than I thought it would. And then again, another sweet fall over here, wee bit rounder. A fat one. And then seeing more vine damage over here. Probably, like I said, from the wheels. I can be patient as long as I can see that there are flowers that look like they're going to start opening at some point. Then I'm not too concerned. Then that one unfortunately didn't make it. My problem that I'm finding is not non-pollination, because most days I'm able to get out here and hand pollinate things. It's partial pollinations. They're not being pollinated all the way. So I'm gonna try to, if I can find them, use at least 2 flowers per 2 male flowers per female flower, and see if that helps with success rates or not. Over here, my corn, I lost a little bit more corn. 4th of July is nuts with dogs. I do have one that has tassels over here that's producing corn. That's most likely to give me something for my efforts. Just saw this one here, another tassel coming out, and that one too. So I mean, when I found that I was only left with the little ones, these are pretty much smaller than the ones that had fallen, I thought for sure I wasn't going to end up with any corn, but we'll see. I can have hope now. I don't know if that one got fully pollinated or not. I missed the last 2 days, but one good thing about that is that you can see some visible change in the size of your pumpkins now. I put down some Sulpomag, sulfur, potassium, magnesium, and it does seem to be helping with the size of my fruit. So far so good, at least. I'm still having some issues with powdery mildew. You can see a fresh deposit here. This is new. This just cropped up right now. I'm just seeing this right now for the first time on this side. because they've been on the other side of the row lately. However, after a couple of applications of the copper, the ones that had the powdery mildew initially, right here, for instance, that mildew seems to be dead. So perhaps I'm just gonna have to keep spraying continuously to try to keep the infection from spreading too rapidly, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of it. I think it's funny that I'm seeing a bunch of these pumpkins growing on the floor now, because we do all of this to keep the vines off the floor, and these pumpkins decide to grow on the floor anyways. It's still my biggest one right here, still doesn't have much signs of oranging. A little hard to tell with the hammock, but it's actually got to the point where it busted out of its hammock and it was just hanging on its own, so I had to tuck it back in a moment ago. It's lopsided, which I'm not keen on, but it doesn't matter. Okay, further in, here we go. Oh god, that's not good. That's not good. That's plastic. That's not one. I can probably cut that off. You see, right here, it's even on the stem now. See here? That's on the stem. You probably can't see it as well as I can with the naked eye. That always gets me every year. It's been a while since we checked in on our first child. It has started to put on some reddish color on the top end of it. It doesn't really have sun, so it's not going to ripen very quickly. You can see over here I had to put an actual band-aid on top of it because the vine was scraping against it. I don't remember if I told you the last time, but that's it for that Cinderella vine. It only ended up producing one, but that's fine. I'm not complaining. There's another one over here. I went through like 2 days ago and took pictures of everything that I had. Actually, now that I'm going slower, I am seeing more deposits of powdery mildew. Try to keep it as bay as long as possible. That's about the only thing you can do, at least in my experience. Some people say that they've been able to get rid of it afterwards. I've never been able to. There's the butthead one out there, and one behind it. Where did you go? I can see it with my eyes, but I cannot see it out there. That one. So, like I was saying, I went through and I took pictures of all of the pumpkins that were growing thus far, and I counted them, not counting the minis. I got up to 31 pumpkins. So if I get up to 75, then I will be very, very, very pleased. If I stay at 31, oh, not so much. But like I said, I have been walking around and I do see some on the horizon. Oh dear, looks like I missed that one. So, who knows if that'll grow. I like to hand pollinate as many as I can, but these last 2 days have just been too hectic to get out. And you can see those two over there too. Pretty good size. That was funny. So my challenge, going back to the corn with the corn right now, is to keep them straight. If you let them go crooked, they'll either break or they will dry crooked, and they won't be quite as useful for you trying to decorate. Some of my other varieties are starting to produce, like the Strawberry Crown and the Galux. I still haven't noticed any Long Island though. So still waiting on that one. That's why I need to keep the powdery mildew at bay as long as possible. If not, I might not even have the opportunity to ever grow those types of varieties if they just take too long to set female flowers. That's a bummer, but I'll have to get used to it. Oh, here's one that's gonna open tomorrow. That's a beauty. I didn't see that earlier. That's a beauty. It's been very, very hot around here lately, so I was a little concerned that the heat was going to keep my female flowers from opening. They just die a lot of the times when it's too hot. And yeah, I've only seen, that was my second over there, 2 that are for sure gonna open tomorrow. I've had up to 6, I think, because I lost count that day, but I've had up to approximately 6 flowers open in one day. Well, I was talking about the Solpo Mag, my latest fertile. I don't think I'll stick with this one. I wasn't sure about getting this every couple of weeks because of the number of plants that I have. This will only last twice, 2 applications. But it does seem to be helping. So with visible results, I'm more inclined to keep going with it. EB Stone Naturals Solpo Mag, sulfur, potassium, magnesium. You can see on the bottom right there, like I was saying about the leaf, flower, fruit system. It's got 0020, so that means all of the nutrition is going towards the fruit. And I know I don't have all of the fruit that I want yet, but I did put down something else for the flowers, and it was a rock dust, so it should last up until next season. I don't have to worry about that. I'll probably just go through the rest of this. This was the original fertilizer that I was using that I didn't get too good of results with, probably simply because it doesn't have much of anything at the top. It seems to be more of a biotic inoculant. See, true biotic, beneficial soil microbes, plus mycorrhizas. That's that? I don't know. But I'll just use it up because I have it and I don't want to have wasted my money on it. What's this one? I got a teeny bit of that left. Not enough really to do anything with.